Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here with my review of the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. That's a lot of words for a watch. So this watch is a follow-up. I actually reviewed the TicWatch 3 Pro last year, and it was a very good watch. I liked it. It works with iOS and it also works with Android. It has more functionality with Android because, of course, it uses Wear OS, which is a Google operating platform for the watch itself. But the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS, this is their latest iteration. It's still got the two screens. It's got the underlying normal-looking digital readout, and then it's got the OLED screen on top of it as well. It's supposed to work up to 3 days in smart mode and up to 45 days in essential mode, which is just kind of that little LCD readout like an old traditional digital watch. It had GPS, so you can use that to track for like your running and your routes and all that stuff. You don't have to worry about carrying your phone with you, and it's really comfortable. I actually enjoy wearing it. It's got a nice watch face. It's got a band right here. Oh, look, it's out of the box. And it'll fit most people's wrists. So we're going to dive in and take a look at it closer, talk about it. Is it any good? Is it worth it? All that jazz that we typically go through, and we'll discuss it in this video. But before we get into that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now, let's talk about the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. All right, here we are with the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. Looks fancy, very similar looking to the previous models. All the features listed on the back. It's got Wear OS, so it's powered by Google. It's like the Android of watches. Qualcomm Snapdragon 4100. It's a nice, zippy, powerful processor. It works great for the watch. Mil standard 810G, so it's good for different climates and temperature changes and shock resistant. Up to 72 hours of battery in smart mode, 45 days in essential mode. I'll elaborate on that later. Over 20 plus professional workout modes to include ping pong. So if you love table tennis, this is a watch for you. IP68 dust and water resistance, same as your phones that have that. You can take it underwater. You can swim with it. That's important, especially for the workout modes. Google Assistant, that's nice. You can use it. You can talk to it that way. And also you get the atrial fibrillation, heart detection stuff, and fatigue assessment. You can do that. Built-in GPS for your running and jogging and all that stuff you like to do outdoors, built into the watch. You don't need to rely on your phone. Dual display with customized colorful backlight, so that gives you that look of the traditional digital watch from like the 80s and the 90s we all love so much, your G-Shock and your Casios, all that good stuff. Google Pay, it's got NFC, which is fantastic. Got your sleep rate tracking, heart rate. Also, it does your oxygen saturation, which is fancy. And over 1,000 different watch faces on Google Play. So there's a lot going on here. And oh yeah, by the way, here it is. So I've been enjoying using this for about 3 weeks now. It's a really nice watch. You've got the Gorilla Glass here, and it's also fingerprint resistant, so it's not going to look like trash all the time. And then, of course, you can cover it up to take it back out of smart mode. So you're good to go there. That'll help save some battery. But very easy to use. Traditional navigation. Swipe from the left to the right. You get to your Google Assistant. All that jazz will give you your Google feed. It's very helpful. I do enjoy that. Swipe to the right. You get your widgets. You get your workout stuff, your workout goals, your weather. And here we go. We'll swipe up go back to the home. Swipe up from the bottom. You get your notifications, whether that's text messages, your Twitter, all that jazz. And then swipe down from the top. This is where you get to your settings. You got your quick settings right here. And then also Google Pay, which is nice. And you go into your settings and you can adjust stuff in there, like your display, your brightness, your sound. All that cool stuff. Now we'll go back. You press this button right here, and it's going to take you to your apps. You've got Google Translate in here. You got voice messages, timer, weather, Spotify, which is really cool. I'll talk more about that later, but you can use Spotify from your watch and don't need to use your phone. No, it doesn't connect to the internet. What it does is you download your music and playlists, and then you can listen to those directly through Bluetooth, because this has Bluetooth, and you can connect it directly to your earbuds. Got the Play Store there, Google Pay, a hand washing thing if you want to do that and you can't trust yourself. But you get your heart rate stuff, your fit breathing, Find My Phone, which is very helpful, by the way. Calculator, calendar. There's all sorts of great stuff on here that you can use and is at your disposal. All the modern smartwatch stuff you would expect. And then, ta-da, you can press the bottom button here to go don't worry, my heart rate's not 156. Sometimes it gives you a weird reading. Like if it's not situated and seated properly, this is something just to make you aware. My heartbeat's not 156 beats per minute right now. It just pegs out at a high number whenever it's weird. So here we go. All the different workouts we've got here. We'll talk about this more later as well. You can start them very easily. Run, walk, indoor run, cycling, indoor cycling, freestyle, all sorts of great stuff. And then it's nice and comfortable. It's got a traditional rubberized smartwatch band on it that is comfortable. You can wear it for long term. It's easy to take off and put on. And then they've minimized this stuff on the back. It's not like the watches of old where it sets up super high on your wrist. Very easy to use, built-in microphone here so you can talk to it for your Google Assistant, all that jazz. Charging port, very simple and easy to use. Bam. You just pop your little charger on there like that. It doesn't come with the charging base. And overall, I've been impressed with it. So there's not an extra band in here. I'll go ahead and show you what's in the box, but it's not a lot, honestly, since I've already taken these other two things out. Pop this out, and then basically you've got some silica gel and a manual. And then you get your charging cable and the watch. So that's about it for all the up-close stuff. Let's go ahead and talk more directly about the operation and what it's like to use the watch and the experience that I've had with it. So with the watch, I've enjoyed using it. I've had it for probably about 3 weeks now. I've tested it out extensively, other than the running, because I can't physically run. I'm not allowed to. I'll beat up and stuff. But if you were to run, it will work great for that. It also works with swimming, with cycling, with walking. There's all sorts of different workout modes. There's over 20 on here. So what's great is you just press the bottom button and then they pop up here. You've got outdoor run, outdoor walk, indoor run, cycling, indoor cycling, freestyle, pool swimming, high intensity interval, something I don't do much of, rowing machine, elliptical machine, body mechanics, whatever that is, trail running, mountaineering, yoga, football, basketball, Pilates, taekwondo, badminton, table tennis, and skating. So if you want to get your ping pong on, this is the watch for you. So I've enjoyed using it. It's got the heart rate sensor. It does your 24-hour heart rate monitoring. It also does the monitoring for the atrial fibrillation, which is the latest and greatest trick that these watches do. Apple Watch did it first, and now you've got watches like the Withings watch. You've got this one right here. It works well. I haven't had any atrial fibrillation, so I haven't been able to test that out, but I'm led to believe that it is a product feature that works. Also, your oxygen saturation, SpO2, you can check your oxygen saturation. It will monitor it throughout the day as well. Here's the thing. This watch is supposedly going to last you up to 72 hours when it comes to using it on smart mode, which is when it looks like this right here. So we'll go to smart mode. It looks like this. It doesn't look like just a little digital readout screen like a traditional old 1980s Casio. This right here, it drains more battery, and you can even see when you shake it around, like the lights will come on when it's in monitoring mode. See, there we go. So whenever it's monitoring all that stuff, it uses more battery. It reminds me a lot of, if you've ever seen Apollo 13, if you're old enough to have seen that. If you're young and you haven't seen it, go watch it. There's a part in the movie, actually it's like the whole second half of the movie, when they're in the lunar module, they're flying back from the moon. There's a problem because one of the oxygen cylinders didn't get rotated, it froze and it blew up. It lost a lot of their oxygen and also their power generation, their batteries. So they only had a certain amount of battery to work with to get them all the way back to Earth. Well, when you have a battery-powered thing like this, just like your phone, the more things you use, the more battery it burns up. So if you've got the heart rate on, you've got the sleep monitoring, you've got the oxygen saturation, all that stuff, you're running up the tally on how much battery you're using. It's not going to last you 3 days. I have the 24-hour monitoring on with the heart rate, not on the oxygen saturation, and mine lasts me about 2.5 days. I didn't get 3 days out of it. You probably could if I turned the other stuff off, but then what's the point, right? So the more things you turn on, the less it's going to last, but I'm happy as long as it gets at least 2 days, because then that lets you know you can go to sleep and you can actually use the sleep tracking. That's one of the things I absolutely hate about the Apple Watch. Yes, you can do sleep monitoring, but it doesn't have a 2-day battery. It has an all-day 18-hour battery, which only someone at Apple could come up with the all-day 18-hour battery expression, right? There's 24 hours in a day. How are you supposed to use sleep tracking and work? You got 8 hours of work, you got 8 hours of sleep, you got 8 hours of everything else. 24 hours, not 18, Apple. So the guys over at Mobvoi, Solid on the battery life, and that's one of the things you get here. It will last you, with all the features on, at least 2 days. It's not going to get you 3. But if you minimize that, you're good. In essential mode, it gets you up to 45 days, which I guess if you're off the grid and you don't need the other features and you're not connected to a phone, or I don't know. I don't know why you would really use this for essential mode other than absolute emergency. So like if you're out and about, you forgot to charge it for 2 days, you realize you don't have much battery left, go ahead and throw it on essential mode. You can at least get some of the basic stuff to last you until you can find a charger. It does come with a charging cable. It's very simple and easy. It's just a little semicircle looking thing. It's got 2 prongs. Attach it on the back there, plug it in. It doesn't come with a power bank. That's how you charge it. And I like the watch. I've been enjoying using it. It's pretty flush, and that's one thing I appreciate here. It doesn't have a big bump on it, so when it's on your wrist, it's actually pretty comfortable. I'll go ahead and put this on real quick while I'm on camera. The wristwatch band should fit most wrists. I don't have the most gigantic wrist in the world. It doesn't come with 2 bands. It's not like Apple where you get a smaller one and a larger one. I don't have the biggest wrist in the world, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notches left. So if you've got like gargantuan hands and wrists, it might not be that comfortable or that great for you. So there are other bands you can get for it, so you can always check that out, and you can get aftermarket bands for it. So that's something that's nice if you want a leather one, you want to change it up. Very simple, very straightforward, very easy to use. You get the swipe gestures just like on your Android phone or your iPhone. If you swipe from the left to the right, it takes you over to your Google Assistant. If you swipe from the right to the left, it takes you over to your different kind of widgets and stuff. You get your monitoring for your, you can set that up. You can have different things there, but typical things like weather, also your activity monitoring for your exercise, stuff like that. Swipe from the top down to get to your settings, swipe from the bottom up to get your notifications, which is nice because you get your text messages, you get your Twitter notifications, you get your Facebook messages, all that stuff. You can check it and you can reply to it from your watch. So that's nice as well. One thing that I do really like on here is you can use this with your earbuds. You can connect your earbuds to it. It has built-in Bluetooth. You don't need a phone. You can use this for Spotify without a phone. And that's really cool because if you want to go for a run, that's one of the things I've always hated. You want to go out for a cycle, you want to go out for a run, whatever you're going to exercise outside. I always hated having to carry my phone in my little sleeve on my arm, carry it in my hand, carry it in my pocket, whatever. You just want to go out and exercise. Well, the nice thing is you can connect this directly with your earbuds, connect to your Spotify account and sync it, download your playlist or your songs, go with it on the go on the watch, and then you can use that for the source for your music. You get 8 gigabytes of storage. Contrary to popular belief nowadays, that's actually quite a bit when it comes to the world of music because you're probably rocking about 3 or 4 megabytes per song. In addition to that, it also has NFC. It has Google Pay built in. So you can go up and use your contactless payment, Google Pay, bam, check out, use that wherever it's accepted and available. So there's a lot of stuff here, very modern. So I'm going to go through a couple other things. Your built-in GPS, that works out with your exercise stuff. You do your routes and you can see where you went. You can check all that stuff later. And it also has over 1,000 watch faces, which is convenient because when you're on the home screen, all you have to do is press and hold on the home screen, and then you can change the watch faces on the fly. There's lots of different ones you can choose from, and then you can go into the Wear OS app on your phone to select additional ones. So a lot of cool stuff here. It's a very enjoyable watch to use. It's very lightweight, very, very casual looking. It's not too shiny, limited bezel. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a rotating bezel. I really like that on the Samsung watches. Maybe TicWatch can add that one day. Maybe it's copyright or trademarked, I don't know. But very nice. Built well. I think the price is fair, $299. It comes in less than the Apple Watch, which is very appealing. And then also it's competitive with the Samsung watches if you're in the Android platform as well. So good solid watch. I think it's worthwhile if you want to pick it up. Plus the built-in GPS a lot of people really appreciate. And it's just another option out there that you can consider in the smartwatch space, whether it's on Android or on Apple with the iPhone, which is primarily what I've been using mine with. So I like it. I think they did a good job. Looks nice. Nice screen on it and fancy and all that good stuff. So that's all I got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section and I will get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please, as always, hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.